a couple weeks ago, and I would say life's changed a little bit for you since then.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Tell me what's been going on.
Well, I just got the glasses in, so we've been playing around with those a lot. And when you get your e-sight glasses, they give you a mentor. So every week, whenever you have questions or such, they'll help you out so you can adjust them. And then there's a book of exercises to help you learn how to function them and then to work your eyes with them. So I started to work on those. And then I've just been basically doing everything. We went through our scrapbooks a couple days ago, watching movies that I never got to see. So really just all the stuff that I missed out on for a little while.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And you think about it, it's been years since you've been able to do these things. Do you feel like you missed out, or now you're getting caught up?
I feel like I'm just getting all caught up on everything. I was looking at my sister's prom pictures and my birthday parties, because we always do very extravagant parties. Like we did a Harry Potter birthday where we literally had candles hanging from the ceiling. So I was looking at all that stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. Are you in Gryffindor?
Yep,
Okay,
definitely.
Yeah. Or Hufflepuff, right?
Hufflepuff. You gotta love the
I
Hufflepuffs.
know. I love it. And when I came in last time, that was right when you guys had found out that Kat Von D had donated $14,000 to you. Have you gotten to talk to her since? Or?
We've gotten to just send her a few messages of thank you, and I made her a big old card that has all these pop-up flowers and designs. So we haven't really gotten to talk to her, but enough to say thank you and just thank you. That's amazing.
I know. I remember last time you were like, I'm just going to give her the biggest hug ever if I see her. Still the same?
Uh-huh. Still looking into how to make vegan cupcakes for her.
Vegan cupcakes? Is she vegan?
Yep. We found that out from my dad's friend. So
I didn't know that.
Wanted to make sure to do that.
That's so nice. I'm sure she would definitely appreciate that. That's
awesome.
Yes. And can you kind of walk us through what the connection is? Like, do you know how Kat found out about your story, or?
So my dad has a friend named Ryan Workman who actually works for her. And so my dad had tweeted it out to him, and so he saw it, and so he figured, hey, I could send it to Kat and see if she would tweet it out or post it somewhere so maybe some of her followers would look into it. And when he sent it to her, she was like, I can do better than that, and she donated all the money, so the rest of the money, so pretty crazy.
Capri got her glasses too.
Yep, we found out she actually had the glasses, so that was great. So we just, any money that went over the $17,000 to raise the money for my glasses, we ended up donating to the next person that's getting e-sight.
Oh my gosh. I mean, would you have ever thought, I think we were here 2 or 3 weeks ago, and you went from one day thinking that, okay, I've learned how to live with this, I'm making the best of it, to now having your whole world essentially opened up, as cliche and silly as that might sound, but, what is that like?
It's crazy. It's mind-blowing. I mean, every single day I just think of another 10 new things that I haven't tried yet that I'm like, oh my goodness, I always said I wanted to do this. I can do this now. It's pretty amazing. It just shows you that God is good and miracles happen. I've just been mainly just having a lot of fun with it. It's shocking. I wouldn't have thought 2016 I didn't have seeing on that list, but it's one thing that I was able to accomplish that I'm really excited about. So it's just every single day, oh, I can color today. Oh, I've never seen this person before. So, yeah.
What's been the most shocking thing for you, or something you never expected, or somebody looks totally different, or something looks totally different?
Probably seeing people. A lot of people who I've never seen before, but I've known for like 4 years. I had no idea what they looked like, and it's like crazy how different they look from what I imagined. Like my physical therapist, I thought she was a blonde, and she's completely black hair. And I thought somebody had like a redhead, and they're a blonde. So it's just like crazy. It's kind of like a guessing game, and it's fun to finally figure out what it actually looks like.
I love that. Yeah, isn't that funny? Like, especially I feel like you always do this when people are on the radio. You think you know exactly what they look like, and then if you see them, they look totally different, or not what you expected at all. I know your mom told me, and we talked about this a little bit last time too, when you first were trying on the glasses, that everything and everyone is just so beautiful to you. If you can talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's just crazy because In my mind, what a human face looks like had changed over the past 4 years. Just when you're waiting for a while, it kind of disappears a little bit, the images, and they fully changed. And so it was just ridiculous to me how beautiful people look. Like, my cousins, like, they've grown up so much older now, and it's my sister, she's now going to college, and last time I saw her, she was just leaving middle school. So just how much older and more mature they look, and yeah, it's just the beautiful world that I'm getting to see now. Like, the sky, that was ridiculous to see the sky, because it's like, I was just kept on thinking it's so blue, like, yeah, so it's just a whole new world, basically.
Well, and I think what's so stunning to me is that every little thing makes the biggest difference to you, and I think that really is such a message for people to not take things for granted.
Yeah, it's, as much as losing eyesight's horrible, it's also cool now that I have it back, because it's like things that before that I never would have noticed before, like flowers, like how little details there are, and now it's just like every little detail counts to make a big picture. So it's pretty cool.
That's such a great outlook. It almost makes it sound like you're kind of grateful for that struggle that you had to go through, right? In a way.
Yeah, I feel like it made me who I am.
Wow, that's a positive attitude if I've ever heard it. My goodness, that's so great. And I said, no, you said that you haven't taken them to school yet, but you will once they get insured. What are you looking forward to most when you get to school?
Probably mapping, because I've always had to do a lot of different things in history because I can't do all the mapping that other kids can. And so I feel like sometimes I have to do, or I'm missing out on something that I should be learning in school. And so it'll be really nice to be able to do that. Math will be a lot easier now that I can actually see the numbers. I'm also just excited to be like a normal kid in class and watch the PowerPoints, because a lot of it's PowerPoints and videos, and to not have to have that part of it missing out. So that's pretty exciting.
Just the little things, right?
Yep.
Do you wake up every morning and like almost have to remember again that this happened?
It's just ridiculous, because I'd wake up and I would be like, wow, I really want to do this, but oh wait, I can now. Like, in my mind I think I would love to do that, but it's not going to happen. And then I have to remember, wait 1 second, you have glasses sitting in your living room that you can go put on and go do that. Or like, my friends want to come over, well, I don't know if we can do what they want to do, like if they want to play video games or something. Well, I don't know if we can do that because I can't see it. Oh wait, we can.
I love it. Well, so what are some of those, I know you said you think of 10 new things, or like 10 new activities or things you can do every day. What are some of the top ones?
Coloring was a big one. I love artwork, but I've never gotten to do a lot of it. We actually went to an art gallery on Friday. My dad's birthday, we went to an art gallery, and that was a huge one. I've never gotten to see the pieces, and so I've always just heard what they're described. And we went to Jennifer Ford Art Gallery, and I got to see them and all the sculptures. And the cool thing is, currently the sculptures are basically all little objects that make the big one. And so it was cool because I would zoom in on little objects, and so I would be like, wait, that's a fork or something that makes this huge animal. And it's just cool because it's another one of those all little details create this one big image. And so that was really fun to do. The zoo is something that I'm really looking forward to, because I've always just had to have the animals described to me, and now I'll get to go see them because I love animals with all my heart. And so it'll be cool to be able to see them. What else? Family members that I've never gotten to see, or just people where we've been introducing me to everybody kind of again. And so being able to match the voice to their face is really fun. Me and my friends like to play Mario Bros together on the Wii, and so we were able to do that, and I was able to play a lot better now that I'm not just going off of random movements. What else? I've been doing a lot more crafts recently because it's cool, because I used to always do it by texture and what the papers felt like, and so it's cool now that I have that perspective. So now I'm kind of being able to use both perspectives in it of, well, if I do this, it'll look really cool, and then it'll also feel cool with textures. So.
So cool. Well, and I know you want to be a vet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So have you been starting to like plan what your practice is gonna look like now that it's become, more of a reality than it used to?
Oh yeah, I was actually looking into high schools. Like, okay, do I go to this high school or this high school? Which one's gonna have better classes? We were looking into which biomeds and all that fun stuff I'd want to take, and what type of vet I want to be. I've been thinking about a lot. Like, do I want to be a horse veterinarian or an everything? And so that's just been fun. I've been thinking a lot more about my future recently. Like, oh my goodness, wedding dresses. Like, I can watch Say Yes to the Dress and look at them now. Yeah, so I'm very excited for that one. That'll be really fun to be able to have my dream of being a vet come true.
Yeah. Well, and I think your future was always pretty bright, right? But now it's just a little clearer for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so cool. And Colin, is it O'Donoghue?
Yes.
So I can see you're still getting a little giddy about him. What's it been like to, see your main man again?
It was pretty cool. I just kept on thinking, oh my goodness, his eyes are so blue. It was cool to see the whole entire cast, but he is my favorite, I must admit. He was probably one of the most fun things to see. Yeah, all I kept on thinking was, I'm glad in my friend's circle, out of all of the fictional boyfriends in that show, I chose him without seeing him because I called dibs on the right one out of all of them. So I just kept on thinking, thank the Lord I have good taste.
I love it. Have you developed any new crushes then?
Not since then. I'm pretty much in love with him, I'd say.
Pretty committed.
Yep. Committed.
So dedicated. That's great. You should really value that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Well, and at the end of the day, I think people have been so inspired and so touched by your story because you show that, obviously life can still be beautiful and still be great even if you don't have your vision because you have a different vision, and you've got such a positive outlook on life. But it's got to be pretty nice to have that back, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice. And like I said, it's nice that I can have different outlooks now of not having that sadness of not being able to see, but still being able to have that outlook on things in a whole nother way. So it's pretty exciting.
Oh, I'd say. Where do you go from here? I mean, what are you looking forward to, or what are the plans in the next couple months?
Well, as soon as we get these insured, my plan is to start trying to use them as much as possible. So get them into school, start adjusting and adapting things to what I need to do then. So whatever I need to do for school, if I need bigger books, start adapting it from that side of all Braille and not necessarily being able to see it to still using Braille, but adapting it more to a way that I can use my vision, and then just discovering the world again, basically, looking into all the things that I've wanted to see and meeting all the people again and whatever my future holds.
Pretty great. And I know you said you can wear them for 2 hours a day right now.
Yep.
But eventually it'll be 8 hours, right?
Yep, and I can wear them for longer than 8 hours eventually. They just have to be plugged in about 8 hours, so as long as I'm sitting near an outlet, they'll be totally good. So, yeah, as soon as that happens, I can wear them basically all day wherever I need to go.
But not waterproof.
Yes, not waterproof. So if I'm going swimming, they'll have to stay behind for a little while.
That'll be the next model, right?
Yeah, next model will be waterproof. Maybe have some lasers or something.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you've got like the aviators in a whole new way.
Yeah.
Right? These are probably the coolest sunglasses you'll ever have, huh?
Oh, yes, definitely.
You feeling pretty stylish?
Oh, yes, I think I look quite divine in my opinion. We were talking we could even possibly bedazzle the side of them. Somebody was telling me I needed sparkles, so get a bedazzler, just start jeweling.
Oh, soundbite machine if I've ever heard. That's awesome. Anything else, Adeline, you want to add or that you guys can think of or that we didn't ask you or anything? You just
I can't think of anything. I mean, it's just pretty awesome. Don't take things for granted and see the world for the beautiful picture that it is, even if that picture can be blurry or black sometimes. So, yeah.
Gonna make me cry. Gosh, what do you hope people learn from your story or take away from it?
Not to give up hope. So even when things seem like they're completely dark and things are going to be harder, that even if it doesn't happen to be a miracle, you can still do what you want to do and be who you want to be and just praise God for the miracles that he does do in life.
Beautiful. And I think you've got such a great message. Again, you know, you're still going to have bad days and rough days, even though you've got your sight back, right? But,
yeah, everybody does, though.
Yeah. But
part of life.
Exactly. But you're choosing to overcome that and look at the good.
Yep. I would like to do a TED Talk because my dad did one last year. That is one more thing that I'm looking forward to in my future is my dad did a TED Talk last year. And after seeing it, I not to be mean, but I was like, I bet I can do one that'll give a whole different message and be quite awesome. So I'm thinking of calling it How to Treat a Handicapped Person, the 5 rules that you need to know. Number 1 is normally, or something of that way, of how to see the world in a brighter way, even when the picture's closed off, even when your camera lens is completely blocked off, how to still see that light through it.
So would that be here in Fort Wayne? Or?
Yep. Next time they come to Fort Wayne, I think I'm going to give my pitch and hopefully get a TED Talk going.
It'd be crazy not to say yes. So you just let us know when that's happening. I don't know how much we can pull for that, but I think you'll be just fine. Oh my gosh. But I think that's so cool that you already want to use it to help people. And you know, when they say like handicap or disability, it's really not. It's just a different ability, right?
Yep, just a different ability through a disability.
Because don't you feel like you developed other senses?
Oh yeah, my hearing is kind of ridiculous in my opinion. I can hear, like, if you're whispering something, I'm like, oh yeah, very interesting. I can totally hear everything. Or even like my fingers learning Braille, I can feel like the teeniest little things.
So no secrets around you, huh?
Nope.